Welcome to Holly's Racing Fantasy. This is your hotspot for weekly NASCAR Cup Series race recaps, latest news, and of course, fantasy picks for the upcoming race. And now, here's your host and the voice of Holly's Racing Fantasy.
I don't know about y'all, but I almost fell asleep.
Yeah.
At Bristol.
It was a one-man show.
It was a one-man show, like a Mark Twain theater act.
With the bass drum on the back and the cymbals on your head.
Starring Kyle Larson as Mark Twain.
With Kyle Larson.
Yeah. So Kyle Larson, here's the funniest thing about Kyle Larson. The only one in our fantasy league who picked Kyle Larson this week was my brother-in-law. Mm-hmm. And Kyle Larson won stage 1, stage 2, and the race. And that booted him up to second place in our league.
Wow, that's a big jump.
I know.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Like a crazy sale, right?
Right?
Crazy.
I had high hopes for Alex Bowman.
Yeah.
Who got the pole.
Yeah, Alex, did your brake pad get stuck?
But
you just got worse.
But he did really good during the race. And 3/4 of the way through, they announced that he was on to the next round. So he was probably like,
yeah,
I'll relax now.
Not good for people who picked him for fantasy, though.
No. So Chase Elliott came in second, which was 7 seconds behind Kyle Larson. And Bristol is a short track. And he was that far behind. There was no contest. There was no caution.
No.
Well, not many cautions. Mm-hmm. And it was just, it was not as exciting as Watkins Glen.
No.
And like you and I talked, I think that people lay off on these elimination races. Yeah. And I noticed that last year too.
Yeah.
I think they lay off because nobody wants to be the D-hole that takes someone out of their season.
Why not though?
Maybe we'll get there. Maybe we'll get there again.
Samantha Bush tweeted that it was she was happy that, Kyle Larson won. And she thought it was cute with the kid because Kyle's kid got to ride on the car.
Freaking Owen got to ride on the. I
we were
was
all
holding
our
my
breath.
Yeah, we were.
If he fell off, he'd crash his head on the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
hey.
Lord.
And but she said it was just a boring race and just get it out of the playoffs, kind of in a sense.
No doubt. Yeah. You know what? You could have made it more fun if it was on dirt.
Yeah.
Do the Bristol dirt for the playoffs.
Do the dirt track because Watkins Glen, which is not notoriously as a exciting race, but it was more exciting than Bristol.
It was.
Yeah.
Now Ty Gibbs and Martin Truex Jr. both suffered pit road penalties.
Yeah. Can we talk about Martin Truex for a second?
What's that?
0.09 miles per second. That's
how fast over the speed limit he was going.
0.09.
Yeah.
Killed his entire playoffs for the rest of his life.
Right. I mean, seriously?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, can I do a pit side interviewer?
Oh, can you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Your child just got eaten by a shark and you just saw that. His little foot swimming around is floating in the water. How do you feel about that?
I know.
Can you just stop asking
I know.
Stupid questions?
Please stop.
How about rephrase that?
Please
what do you
stop.
think you could have done different tonight to maybe, everyone knows the penalty, but
where do you see yourself going from here, Martin?
Yeah, where do you see yourself going from here?
I know
Obviously
you're out of the playoffs and you're disappointed, but how do you feel?
Do they have to be captain and Miss Obvious in the pits, these interviewers?
I know. And I don't want to say anything bad because I don't want to be mean.
I'm not being mean.
I'm not saying you are. I'm saying me. I know. My mom texted me and she goes, that person is a tool.
Yeah.
And I said, yeah.
And I laughed.
And we laughed because they are.
Yep.
That was the tooliest interview I've seen.
It was unbelievably tooly.
Right.
If there was a toolier toolie.
Because people are not creative these days. Like I said.
No.
If I was interviewing Martin Truex Jr., I would have said, now, Martin, do you think that the ghost of Sherry was riding alongside of you in the car? No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't say that.
I would.
But I would say something besides, how do you feel about that?
Yeah. I had to mute my phone.
Okay.
Like dinging here.
Oh my God. It's constant. I answered a call tonight from Washington because I figured, you know what? Maybe if I answer one of the, and it was just push one for.
Just to stop calling me?
It was like a 5-10 questions, just push 1, 5, whatever.
Right.
And I'm hoping maybe that'll do it.
Yeah.
Because stop.
Yeah.
You know, I'm one of those people, I already know what I'm doing. I'm not changing my mind. You can't sway me.
No.
I am who I am in life about everything.
Especially when you're like 51 years old.
Hey, I'm staying at 50. I'm staying at 50. I'm not going anywhere but here.
Yeah.
But here, you know, I have my opinions formulated.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say, oh, wait.
Oh,
maybe I'll change that. This thing I've stood for my entire life.
I'll vote for the candidate who eats babies.
You know what? None of the candidates eat babies, folks. We're going to say that.
Well, if you don't believe that, then you eat babies, Holly.
You know what? Chase Elliott was second.
Yeah.
Bubba Wallace was third. Day late and a dollar short.
Yeah.
God bless him.
No, a French fry short.
Day late and a French fry short. Denny Hamlin, and I told you last week that Denny was going to go on.
I said he was going to fall.
I told you he was going.
Sorry,
There's just
Denny.
Something about him and Gabe Hart.
Good for you, Denny. I'm
good
happy
for you, Denny. You're fourth.
Yeah, and you're not even pressured now. Like you were like going to be eliminated. Now you're like sixth.
Right. I know.
So there you go.
Christopher Bell was fifth. Told you he was going to come out.
Yep.
Ryan Blaney sixth. Ryan Preece was seventh.
Mm-hmm.
Chase Briscoe was eighth. Alex Bowman ended up ninth, and Ross Chastain was 10th. Oh. And that rounds out your top 10.
Yeah, there you go.
And who was eliminated this week, John?
Oh, boy.
Other than Martin Truex Jr.
Ty Gibbs.
Harrison Burton, I think we kind of all
Someone
had called that.
You would not have lost $1 million if you placed a bet on Harrison Burton not making the next round.
Right. And you know what?
No offense, Harrison.
Good luck. You know, he's going back to Xfinity full time. Get some more experience, honey. Come back up in a couple of years.
Absolutely.
And Brad Keselowski, he's really good at Bristol. So I was shocked.
Shocked to see Brad go.
I
expected Brad to go on.
Yes. I kind of did too.
And, you know, hey, Briscoe, God bless him. He's moving on.
He's going. And it's a good thing he had such a good race this week because
he's last now and he's number 12.
He is number 12.
Well, he's got to kick it up.
He's not really good in Kansas either.
No.
So let's just give him till next week. Yeah. I know. Isn't that funny? You go from, oh, yay, I made it to the next round to, I'm on the bubble.
Yeah.
Because Austin Daniel Suarez, Alex Bowman, and Chase Briscoe are all on the bubble.
Okay.
And Joey Logano and Chase Elliott.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So right now, that's who's in the playoffs. Kyle Larson is at the top of the game. He's also in the driver, top of the driver position. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Kansas Speedway is next. That's going to be the Hollywood Casino 400 presented by ESPN BET. Do they have to make these so long?
Can I ask you a question about Kansas?
Please do.
Isn't that usually a boring race?
I think Kansas is a boring race.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. There's like a group of like 6 drivers who consistently do well here, and everybody else doesn't. So when you get my picks this week, this is how it is, folks. Yeah. Because also at this time of year, I would love to go and pick John Hunter Nemechek and say, hey, go for him. Who actually doesn't have that bad of a record here. But it's playoffs.
Yeah.
We know who's going to do what.
Right.
This isn't the old playoffs. Like when Jimmy Johnson was here and it was like, hey, as long as you finish 10th, you're good.
Yeah.
This is like people have got to do their best, and people are, I don't know. I feel like everybody's giving them pause and giving them a wide berth so that they can get what they got to get.
Yeah.
Do we have anything else that we wanted to say about this race?
No.
Before I move on.
It was a beautiful night.
It was a beautiful night. I loved seeing the mountains. We're in the flatlands, as I've mentioned before. Yeah. The flatlands and
swamps.
And swamps and
we smelled swamp gas in the middle of the night. Ooh.
Yeah.
Did you fart? No, stop. No, that's the swamplands outside.
He's hilarious.
Blowing through the window.
He's hilarious.
I smelled the swamp gas.
But it is
coming through the window.
It is the mountains were beautiful.
Yeah.
I do love the Tennessee.
They had fireworks too.
They did have fireworks.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Let's go on to NASCAR news.
Let's go to NASCAR news.
Okay. Not that there is terribly much of it.
No.
But I don't know if everybody remembers or if everybody's keeping track of who's going where next year. Corey LaJoie and Justin Haley are basically swapping teams. So instead of waiting until next year to do it, they're actually doing it right now. So this week, Corey LaJoie is going to Rick Ware Racing, and Justin Haley is going to Spire. So keep an eye on when you're watching the 7. That's not LaJoy this week. That is Justin Hill. So
Okay.
I don't know why. I suppose I could dig in deep to it. And you know what? Next year, folks, I'll dig in deeper.
Yeah.
This year, I need to get through this year. We're getting through it. And then go ahead.
Corey's on the way out.
I don't know. He might. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
He's a pretty popular driver.
Yeah, he's got his own podcast too.
Yeah, I know. Stacking pennies. Not that I want to give him props, but
Yeah.
maybe he'll mention me. You're right. The Xfinity playoffs start this weekend. I believe I said last weekend because I was confused because they were on the CW.
Yeah.
But they are actually starting this weekend.
Okay.
And I watched a little bit of the Xfinity race, which was fun because Dale Jr. ran, and he actually finished 7th.
He could still race today.
He could. He
really
finished
could.
7th.
Yeah.
I mean,
and he had a car trouble.
and he had radio. He had to come back to
Yeah.
pit road like twice.
Yeah.
I think at least twice because he had telecommunication trouble.
Yeah.
So
That guy can still race.
he still could.
Unlike some other people. Jimmy Johnson.
Right. Yes, I know. We love him.
And I love Jimmy.
Right.
But dude.
So Dale, he said that after the word, he was very happy about, very happy that he could still compete. He could still run with some of these top names.
Yeah, I bet he is.
And he said next year, though, he won't be racing.
No.
Because he's diving into his new gig.
Yeah.
And with the announcing.
Wah, 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 wah.
I know. But he says that he wants to come back. So 2026, he'll be back behind the wheel.
Awesome.
So it's pretty exciting.
That's very exciting.
Everybody, Shane Van Gisbergen went and introduced himself to Dale during I don't know, before the race or whatever, and they got along. He gave him respect and props. And Dale said that he's never been to New Zealand, but he said I told him if I ever come over there and visit, I'm staying with him.
That's awesome.
It was pretty funny.
That'd be cool. I smell a sitcom.
Sorry. Can you imagine that?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
That would be awesome.
Dale, get out of the shower. No, I'm just kidding. That is not even how SVG sees it. It's called an accent, you know?
Right. That would be if Stephen Root joined the set. Stephen Root, too.
Stephen Root.
The 3 of them are roommates.
Yes.
We just finished Barry.
Yeah.
Because we're late to every party.
We're late to every party.
And Barry ended like a year ago, but we just binged the whole series.
Yeah.
Definitely different.
Definitely different. And good. I liked it.
I liked it too.
Yeah.
So I do want to say real quick, folks, I'm having a lot of, I'm on the hormones and I speak incorrectly sometimes and I really try to be accurate. And last week I was talking about AJ Allmendinger's transmission and I said transition.
Yeah.
Okay, I've been around cars my whole life.
Yeah.
I can tell you exactly what a transmission looks like.
Yeah.
I could even, I know how to quick start a carburetor.
Yeah.
Okay, but
She can open a car door, folks.
Exactly. I am not kidding you. I really
joke.
did. I almost went to school for auto mechanics.
I know.
Okay,
She
it's
really
not a
did.
joke.
It's not a joke.
And you know what? I may still.
Yeah.
Forget it.
Yeah.
And I said transition twice.
Yeah.
Okay, this is what
didn't even pick
happens
up on it.
to a brain when we watch the show back. I'm like, what is happening? Because I was even looking at it. It was on my screen. Transmission. Okay, so you know what? Don't make fun of people who misspeak.
That's all right. That's okay.
I know. I feel sorry for people. Okay, do you have anything, John? What did you find out about Ty Dillon?
Ty Dillon is no longer going to be driving truck.
Right.
Like as of like right now, he's been demoted.
Yeah.
And Chris Sutton is taking over.
Chris Sutton. Okay.
Yep.
I feel
he's like only 18, but Ty's had such a bad year.
He's only 18.
Yeah.
I love it. The Craftsman Truck Series has all the youngest.
Yeah.
That's where you see the real young talent.
Yep. So, yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what's going on with him.
But
and
he's
going to stay on as a mentor.
As a mentor.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yep.
I like that.
Yep.
Let's see. There's some pretty cool paint schemes. You know what I have to say that's really cool about Alex Bowman's car?
What's that?
Like Denny Hamlin he doesn't always have, but the majority of his races are the FedEx car and it's always like the same FedEx car. But Ally Bank actually makes some really cool cars. Alex Bowman it's always Ally Bank, but he's really got some cool paint schemes.
Yeah.
So he has a picture of it out in the cornfield.
That's cool.
That's pretty cool. I like looking at I like looking at all the cars as they come up. So I think that's going to be it.
Okay.
And why don't we move on to who you like and why?
Let's go to...
Because I'm pretty excited because I got that up Sunday night.
Yeah.
So I was excited because I got a bunch of responses.
Oh, we got some people?
We did.
Oh, cool.
I know.
Awesome.
All right. So let's go to who you like and why.
Let's go.
Okay. Okay. I got a few picks this week.
Okay.
Okay, because I went on the Facebook.
You actually did your job.
I did.
Instead of me doing everything.
Right. You never go on the Facebook.
I don't.
So I went on and who do you like and why for Kansas, and I got Scott. Well, actually, Scott Curlis picks on YouTube.
Yeah.
So he is picking Denny Hamlin to win this week at Kansas.
Good pick.
Just by his interviews alone, he's got a chip on his shoulder and a focus that you need this time of year, which is actually true.
Yeah.
Timothy J. White said Kyle Larson because he's on fire.
He is. And wasn't there a rumble between Denny and Kyle Larson at this track?
There was. Jeff Dickey on Facebook said he hates to agree with the easy pick, but Kyle Larson has the history and the heat.
Yeah.
I love it, you guys. And then Rose said that Denny Hamlin because of his 4 career wins.
Wow. We got Denny and Kyle.
Yeah, and I do want to say, I want to give a shout out because I see that one of my longtime listeners, Kelly Schroeder, she gave that a love, even though she didn't say who she'd pick and why.
Okay.
But thank you,
Kelly.
You
love, Kelly.
For giving the love on the Facebook.
We're giving you love.
Absolutely. So that's who you like and why for the Hollywood Casino 400 presented by ESPN BET at Kansas Speedway.
Now, who are you picking?
You know what? I'm going to tell you who I'm going to pick, but I just thought, okay, yeah, no, you know what? I'm ready.
Are you ready?
Bring it.
All right, let's go.
Bring it. Here's my picks.
Let's go to your picks. Here we go.
While fantasy sports betting can be fun, gambling can be a serious issue. If you or someone you know has a gambling addiction and wants help, call or text the National Problem Gambling Hotline at 1-800-GAMBLER. That's 1-800-GAMBLER. Standard text and data rates do apply. You can also visit them online at ncpgambling.org. Here are my brilliant and bold picks for the Hollywood Casino 400 presented by ESPN BET at Kansas Speedway. Don't expect anything fancy from me at Kansas, folks. We're starting with Kyle Larson, okay? He's got 2 wins here, 8 top 5s and 11 top 10s. Yes, he won last week, and I'm not saying that he's definitely going to win this week, but I'm betting he's going to have a top 3 at least because he has had single digits for the last 6 runs and beyond. So, you know what? He's going to kick it into gear. He already is. He's taking things seriously now, and maybe he's on the way to the Final 4. I don't know. Next up, Christopher Bell. I know you hate it when I state the obvious, but it's pretty obvious that Christopher Bell is a butt kicker in Kansas. And in the final round of the playoffs, he is too. He hasn't won here yet, but that could change this week. He has 2 top 5s and 6 top 10s. And last but not least, Denny Hamlin. I think it's time. I think Denny is ready after pulling it off last week. That makes me confident that he and Gabe Hart are on the way to something special. He's going to win this week in Kansas. This is actually the best track of his to do it. So I think that they are going to do everything they possibly can to make it happen. He has 4 wins here and 14 top 5 finishes, 15 top 10s. I'll probably pick him myself for my fantasy league. Why not? Going down to bold, again, I tried to find some non-playoff drivers for you folks, but guess what? The playoff drivers are the ones that do the best here. So bear with me. Chase Elliott. Sorry. I didn't say how many times I forgot to write down his numbers here, but you know what? Chase Elliott, like Kyle Larson and Denny Hamlin, he's had single digit finishes here for 6 years or so. I don't know what's going on, but Chase Elliott, and he came in second last week, so I think he's finally waking up again too. So bold pick. Next pick, Alex Bowman. Someone lit a fire under that muffler, and I shouldn't pick Alex Bowman because he's going to disappoint me. But he's got 3 top 5s here and 9 top 10s. And these are recent. I'm not going back like 10 years. These are recent good finishes. So, okay, and I'll go with a non-playoff driver, and I'll say to you, pressure is off, time to rumble. This guy doesn't want to end the season without a win, and that's going to be Martin Truex Jr. 2 wins, 11 top 5s, 18 top 10s. He has only finished outside the top 10 twice since 2016, and one was due to a DNF because he had an accident. Take him or leave him, but I think that the 19 gets his just desserts this week. And you know who my honorable mention is? Kyle Busch, because he's another one who doesn't want to end this season without a win. And he's not going out on a losing note, and he has really good numbers here. So let me run that down for you one more time. Brilliant picks are Kyle Larson, Christopher Bell, and Denny Hamlin. Bold picks are Chase Elliott, Alex Bowman, and Martin Truex Jr. And I will say, John Hunter Nemechek actually has a couple of good runs here if you really need to grab someone out of thin air. We don't need a graphic for that. So, and honorable mention Kyle Busch. So, you know what? Those are my NASCAR Cup Series fantasy picks for the Hollywood Casino 400 presented by ESPN BET at Kansas Speedway this Sunday, and I'm sticking to them. Interact with Holly's Racing Fantasy on YouTube or Facebook. Just search Holly's Racing Fantasy on each to find us. And don't forget to tell us who you like and why every Wednesday before each race. You can comment on the current HRF episode on YouTube or reply to my Monday night post on Facebook. Thanks. Okay, so that's it.
That's it.
Next week is Talladega.
Nights.
Which will be insanity.
Yep.
So go down here now and give me your picks for Talladega.
Yeah.
And I'll definitely post it on Facebook. I don't know. Maybe I should try to get it up on Sunday nights.
Yeah, maybe.
I'd give everybody a little bit more time.
A little more time.
All right. So I'll try to get it up on Sunday night late.
Especially because we're doing a Tuesday show sometimes.
We did a Tuesday show this week, folks. Yeah. So if anything comes out, if anything came out Wednesday or Thursday, sorry.
Sorry about that.
Sorry about that. We had a crazy schedule.
Yeah.
The Truck Series race at Kansas is Friday night at 8:30 p.m. on FS1. The Xfinity Series Kansas Lottery 300 is 4 p.m. on Saturday on the CW.
Okay.
And the Hollywood Casino is Sunday, September 29th at 3 p.m. on USA.
Wow.
I know.
A lot of racing.
It is a lot of racing. When's qualifying? Qualifying is 1:45 p.m. on Saturday. Oh, but it's only on this NBC Sports app.
Oh, there you go.
What is happening?
Yeah.
Hey, at least they're in Kansas, so they're not near the hurricane that's coming.
Yeah, that's true.
Friggin' major hurricane gonna hit Florida.
Yeah,
it's probably hitting it right now if you're listening to us.
Yeah.
Because it's supposed to hit, it's probably already over. I think it's supposed to hit 8 p.m. Thursday night.
Like a 3, right?
Yeah.
Or 4.
What's a major? Is a major a 3?
I think a 3.
Yeah, it's hitting as a major. Wow. So God bless. I hope the people in the Panhandle are okay.
Yeah. They've been hit twice already this year, too.
And there's another one that's coming out that just came off the coast. Wow. And it's got an 80% chance of turning.
Yeah, these things are forming not even outside Africa anymore.
Now.
They're just in the Gulf, and it's it's going to have enough power to turn into a hurricane.
It's almost October.
Yeah.
The one that's coming out after this is probably going to be here in October.
Wow.
I know.
It's going to have a giant pumpkin.
It is going to have a giant pumpkin.
It's going to be a spinning pumpkin.
It's going to be the shape of a pumpkin when they show it on the radar.
Yeah.
Anybody who's watching the NFL, it was quite a week. Our Giants won.
Giants actually won a game.
As of right now, there are 5 undefeated teams in the NFL.
Yeah, crazy.
That is the Minnesota Vikings, the Seattle Seahawks, the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Bills, Buffalo Bills, of course, and John's favorite team of all time.
Can I say it?
You can.
Oh, the Kansas City Chiefs. My favorite.
Yeah, mine too.
Tay, baby.
My favorite to poop on. My favorite for me to
My favorite team to poop on.
I just moved my chair. John's going to kill me.
No, yeah, I'm not going to kill you.
Okay. As in the Jack Nicholson Shining, Wendy, darling, love of my life. I'm not going to hurt you. I'm just going to bash your brains in.
That's the best.
That is the best.
Just like the new Stephen King book I just read. Bearing your name.
It is Holly by Stephen King.
Yeah.
I read it like
spoilers
over the summer.
I'm not gonna give you any spoilers.
And I said, John, tread lightly on this one.
Yeah.
He's like, should I read it while I'm recovering from surgery? I'm like, no.
Nope.
You got to wait
I'm
until
glad
you're...
I waited.
Yeah.
Quite disturbing.
It's brutal. It's
It's
disturbing.
brutal. That's like a book you'd want your name attached to, but hey.
I know. That's my luck. I don't care. That's fine. Whatever.
What are you going to do?
She's one of my favorite characters.
Yeah.
Not because of her name.
Yeah, she's a great character.
She is a great character.
Yeah.
So, you know what, John? Is there anything else we want to talk about? The playoffs are starting. Yankees are...
already going to be in it.
They're already in it, and they're one win away, which could happen tonight, again, Tuesday night.
Yeah.
To clinch the East.
Yeah.
And then if they win 2 more, they clinch the American League.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. The New York Mets are looking really good.
That's good.
I mean, it's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
You know, it's a great time of year for sports.
It really is.
It really is.
And the Giants played the Cowboys Thursday night, which will be over.
Which neither one of them are undefeated.
Yeah, I'd say Dallas has got that one though.
Nah, I don't know.
I think they're more. They got Dak.
Yeah, but something's happened. Something's going on with Dallas. I mean, I've watched, because down here in North Carolina, Dallas is like the freaking game of the week. So we get to see them like every week.
Yes, we do.
And I just don't think something's not right.
Yeah.
Something is not right there.
I don't know.
I can't guarantee. You know what? I can't guarantee it.
They got to bring back Elliott.
They got to bring back
commercial.
No, Emmett Smith.
Emmett Smith. Elliott. They have Elliott.
They have.
I totally just messed that up. I was thinking of the commercial.
That's okay. Yeah, Emmett Smith.
I'm not a Dallas. I don't know. I can't remember.
I know they got to bring back Michael Irvin and
Irvin and Jerry Rice and
Jerry Rice.
Well, you know the commercial.
Right.
Jerry Rice is in the commercial.
That's
Marino.
Right. That's right.
Because you were all like, "Come on, these guys can still play."
Guess who's back? Yeah. Oh, back again. Yeah, that's a funny commercial.
That's a great commercial.
It is.
Yeah.
So you know what? I'm gonna go now, and I gotta go. We gotta go because life is just coming at you a mile a minute.
Yep.
And nobody knows where they are from one minute to the next.
We don't.
So it is the end of September. By the time we talk again, it's gonna be October.
Yep.
And that's crazy.
And that's insane.
It's absolute insanity.
Yep.
So what I want you all to do is wash your hands,
wipe your butt,
and do your best to stay healthy, stay safe, and race on.
Race on.